Hi everyone, it's Bobby Laporte back again with another week of Calling the Game, where I share my own experience and insights while giving you valuable tools you can use to call your own game and plan the best moves for you and your team. So this week we complete our VUCA Ready Series. And today we're going to talk about the fifth and final element in building the leadership ability to normalize the unexpected and tackle whatever curveballs are thrown at you. And that element is agency. And by that I mean, how confident are you to act without knowing the end results? And do you understand that making mistakes is now part of the process? This is a tough one for most leaders, because with so much change and uncertainty facing us in a VUCA world, we crave certainty, right? And making a decision, heading down a path we've never been before, can be a scary proposition. And let's face it, it could also be one that would put your career in jeopardy. But acknowledging and using your agency is a very important element of leading in a VUCA world. So let's take a look at one contemporary issue that exemplifies the need for agency. Every organization I know of is dealing with their return to work policy, which is one of the most complex, emotional, and controversial issues for today's leaders, no doubt. And even if your organization has defined a policy, this is often still an active discussion and issue for many leaders around implementation, employee pushback, how do you make exceptions, all of that. And there's no doubt this issue is ripe for waiting, for ignoring, for denial, anything but taking action. Because no one is certain what the answer should be, what will work, and how they should proceed. And of course, what the professional consequences could be. So one of my clients recently found herself in a decision dilemma surrounding this issue that I believe can be instructive. She leads a global workplace safety and security organization for a growing technology company. This company is still not clear on laying out a definitive return to office policy, although they had shared some general guidelines. But they were just that. They were just guidelines with lots of room for interpretation and exceptions. So against this backdrop, she had an opening in her senior leadership team that was crucial to the success of her organization. It was a role she held prior to being promoted to run the entire global operation. Her task was to hire someone who was highly qualified for this specialized role and a great cultural fit, but very importantly, someone who could work from corporate headquarters and build a team there. This would send a signal that the company's return to office guidelines were more than just that. They were serious consideration in hiring anyone for a senior leadership role. And this presented a dilemma for her, since the most qualified candidates were remote. And that was a top consideration for many people involved in the interview and hiring process. In the end, she had the confidence to hire a leader who was highly qualified, but would be remote. The new leader did commit to travel frequently to the headquarters location and would make hiring her team there a priority. So, was this a risky move for my client? Some would say so, particularly given the highly charged feelings around the headquarters hiring directive. But she knew she needed a new leader, someone who was very experienced and to whom she could quickly turn over the reins, someone who was aligned with her personal philosophy on how the role should be run, and someone who could be her potential successor. Was she concerned about the pushback that this new leader would not be in headquarters? It was definitely a factor in her selection, but she also knew that she couldn't defer the decision with all that was at stake. So she used her personal agency to move forward when others were questioning her choice, and then did everything possible to ensure this new leader's success. Will it all work out? Who knows? Time will tell. But for now, the choice appears to be a positive one. That doesn't mean there might not be implications down the road, but my client was prepared to deal with those if they arose. And in today's VUCA environment, many leaders are faced with choices they have never had to make before, and where the outcomes are not clear. And that's why understanding that this is now the new normal and acting and using your personal agency can often produce a positive outcome. All right, and as part of this VUCA Ready series, I'm offering my quick 30-minute online introduction to navigating uncertainty course free to viewers for a limited time. So this is it. Click on the link at the bottom of this post and sign up now. All right, everyone. That's it for this week's Calling the Game. I hope this helps you gear up for a great week. and navigate any curveballs that may come your way.